my 16th lecture on matrices. I am Ms. Ranjana Datta from the Department of Mathematics, the Graduate School College for Women. Today we will discuss how to find the value of eigenvalues and eigenvector. Eigenvalues mean we have to find the value of lambda, and eigenvector means we have to find the value of x. So here some examples are given. A is given. So do A minus lambda I. I means the unit matrix of the same order. So A minus lambda I will become 0 minus lambda 1 2 1 0 minus lambda minus 1 2 minus 1 and 0 minus lambda 1. Then A minus, find the determinant of A minus lambda I, and then put that value of the determinant is equal to 0 and find the value of lambda. When we find the value of lambda, this value of lambda is known as the eigenvalues and eigenvector or anything. So here we are finding only the um, characteristic roots or eigenvalues of the variable. So you do example 2 and example 3. Now I am doing how to find the eigenvector also. So here is an example 4. A is a 2 cross 2 matrix 5 4 1 2. So A minus lambda y, determinant of A minus lambda I when put equal to 0, we get lambda is equal to 6 and lambda 1 is 6, lambda 2 is 1. There are two values of lambda. These are the eigenvalues. Now for these two eigenvalues we are to find separate values of x. So x, here it is 2 cross 2 matrix, so x will be, that is eigenvector can be x1 x2, only a column vector of order 2. So a minus 6I into x can be written as a minus 6. In place of lambda put 6 for the first case, then we will get as you can see on the screen. Now we get minus 1 4 1 minus 4 x1 x2 is equal to 0. So if we transfer the matrix transformation, if we get ultimately minus 1 x1 plus 4 x2 is equal to 0. So here the A becomes now A is a matrix of rank 1 because the last row is equal to 0. Therefore, the equation had 2 minus 1 linearly independent solution. The equation reduces to a single solution, that is minus 1 into x1 plus 4 into x2 is equal to 0, which gives x1 is equal to 4 and x2 equal to 1. Any multiple of this is also an eigenvector with eigenvalue 6. Similarly, taking the other eigenvalue, that is lambda 2 is equal to 1, we can find the value of eigenvector, that is x1 x2 for the second case of the same problem. Now determine the characteristic root and corresponding characteristic vector of the matrix. You follow the same rule and at first find the eigenvalues, that is here eigenvalues are 0 3 and 15. For separate 0 find the eigenvector, for 3 find the eigenvector from for 15 also find the eigenvector, and I am explaining here a minus 0I into x is equal to 0. When we do this, we find that the last row is equal to 0. That is this, now this A is A minus lambda I 0I is equal to of rank 2. Here the number of variables are 3. So 3 minus 2, number of variable minus the rank is equal to 1. So there is only one linearly independent solution. So doing this, 2x1 minus 4x2 plus 3x3 is equal to 0, and then this. Solving this 2, we get x1 is equal to x3 and x2, sorry, we get x2 is equal to x3 and then putting the value, we get the value of x1. So we can get the value of x1 as capital X as half, 1 and 1 is the eigenvector of A corresponding to the eigenvalue 0. If C1 be a non-zero scalar, then C1 into x1 is also a eigenvector of A corresponding to the eigenvalue 0. So similarly you find for eigenvalue 3 and eigenvalue 15. Now we will do the example 10. Show that 0 is the characteristic root of a matrix if and only if the matrix is singular. Now 0 is the eigenvalue of A, that means lambda is equal to 0, satisfies the equation. Now we know for eigenvalues A minus lambda I, that determinant of A minus lambda I should be equal to 0. Here lambda is equal to 0, so we get determinant of lambda is equal to 0. This implies that A is singular. Conversely, if we take A is singular, then we can say minus A is also singular, that is lambda is equal to 0, satisfy the equation A minus lambda I is equal to 0. So this implies 0 is an eigenvalue of A. Now you can see the example 11 given on your screen or copy. Then example 13. If A is a non-singular, no, example 12 also. If lambda 1 and lambda 2 and up to lambda n are the eigenvalues of A, then show that k into lambda 1, that means any multiple of k into lambda 1 up to multiplying all the eigenvalues with k are the eigenvalues of Ka. If we multiply A by k, then the eigenvalues of corresponding A matrix will be k lambda 1, k lambda 2 up to k lambda n. This is also a very important theorem. Let us suppose that Ka minus lambda ki determinant, and that can be written as determinant of k a minus lambda I, because modulus of that determinant of kb can be written as k to the power n into modulus of b, because this is a matrix of order n and all have k times, so we can write it as k to the power n a minus lambda I. If k is not equal to 0, then k a minus lambda ki is equal to 0 if and only if a minus lambda I determinant is equal to 0, that is k lambda is an eigenvalue of Ka if and only if it is an eigenvalue of A. Thus k lambda 1, k lambda 2 up to k lambda n are the eigenvalues of Ka if lambda 1, lambda 2 up to lambda n are the eigenvalues of A. Now example 13. If A is non-singular, prove that the eigenvalues of A inverse eigenvalues of A inverse are the reciprocal of the eigenvalue of A. That is, if lambda is the eigenvalue of A, then the eigenvalue of A inverse will be equal to 1 by lambda. If A is the lambda is the eigenvalue, we can write Ax is equal to lambda x. Then x can be written as A inverse into lambda x. This is equal to, if we take lambda outside, A inverse x, and lambda A is a non-singular. This implies lambda is not equal to 0. So if we take lambda left side, 1 by lambda into x is equal to A inverse x. A inverse x. So A inverse x is equal to 1 by lambda x. That is, 1 by lambda is the eigenvalue of A inverse, and x is the corresponding eigenvector. Conversely, suppose that k is an eigenvalue of A inverse. Since A inverse is non-singular, this implies A inverse is not singular, and A inverse, the inverse, is equal to A. Therefore, it follows from the previous theorem that 1 by k is the eigenvalue of A. Thus, each eigenvalue of A inverse is equal to the reciprocal of some eigenvalue of A. So, student, today this much only. This much only. The example 14 is given homework to all of you. Thank you.